Hello to all students. I hope you guys are doing well today. This is Mr. Garcia, and I'm going to teach you how to read gel electrophoresis. If you don't know what a gel electrophoresis is, make sure you go back and complete the previous activities on PCR and gel electrophoresis. All right, so once we have a gel electrophoresis gel, this is a gel that compares DNA among organisms. It's what's used to identify suspects. Let's say DNA was left at a crime scene and we had 3 suspects, then we would compare the DNA of those 3 suspects to the one left at the crime scene. All right, so this is what we would have right here. This picture from Khan Academy, the first thing I'm going to go over is the DNA ladder right here. A DNA ladder is something that the biotech company gives the lab so they can have a marker to compare other DNA by. So our marker is going to be these right here, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100 base pairs. BP stands for base pairs. Remember, A goes with T and C goes with G. Well, those are base pairs. The top part has 500 base pairs. Then we go down to 400 base pairs, 300, 200, 100. The heavier chain stays at the top because it's heavier, it's slower. The smaller one moves faster through this and is able to go farther along. All right, so now let's compare it over here. This is the one that we have from the DNA crime scene. All we have to do is match which suspect is an exact match to the one left at the crime scene. So if we look down over here, it's right here. Suspect number 1 does not match. So then let's go to suspect number 2. He has one that matches, but then over here he has an extra one. So that's probably not our guy. Then we look at the last guy, an exact match with nothing else, clear. So exact match. So suspect number 3. Okay, suspect number 3 is our killer. Again, all you have to do is match the lines to who has the exact match. All right, so here using the BioNinja website, I'm going to go over how to compare the gel electrophoresis gel. Here we have a victim. She was killed, and here we have our 3 murder suspects. When she was killed, we were to find some DNA. The DNA that we found here does not match hers, but we were able to narrow it down to these 3 suspects over here. All we have to do is match the DNA from the crime scene to one of the suspects, and that's who murdered her. So let's look at suspect number 1. Nope. We have one matching here, but it's not an exact. So let's skip over here. This guy has 1, 2. Oh, looks correct. 3, 4, 5, 6. An exact match. Suspect number 2. Just in case, let's make sure. Let's get rid of suspect number 3, and immediately his DNA bands are not the same. So our suspect is this guy. If we click on this, it'll tell us that, see, crime scene, suspect number 2 is the one that murdered her. When you're trying to find out an exact match, okay, just one suspect, you have to make sure it's 100% the same. Here it was, so this is our killer. Now, it gets more complicated when we're dealing with paternity, trying to figure out who's mom, who's dad. Okay, so now we're going to do paternal testing. This is when we need to find out the parents of a child. Here we have the mother, and we need to identify which of these 3 males could be the dad. So what we would do is remember that half of your DNA comes from your mom, half your DNA comes from your dad. So mom's going to have one half, and the other dad has to have the other half. So let's look at right here the child. He has a band here. The mother does not. So that means one of the fathers has to have a band. An exact matching band over here. Does dad 1 have it? Nope, that's pretty far. So we can eliminate him completely. Let's look at dad 2, dad 3. They do have these matching bands. So we got to keep moving on. Here in the child's next band, the mom has it, so we don't have to check for the dad. Let's scroll down to the next one. Mom has it again. So let's scroll down to the next band. Mom doesn't have it, so the dad has to have it. Okay, over here we see dad number 1 has it, but he's already been eliminated. So let's keep going. Dad number 2 does not have it. Does dad number 3 have it? Yes, he does have it. Let's keep going just to make sure. Baby has the band here. Dad 2 has it, but Dad 3 also has it. Then over here, this one mom has it. So then by that process, we would say that dad number 3 and plus mom would give the child its whole DNA lines. And there we go. See, mother, child, dad. Dad 3 would be the father.